Turn back to meteorologist Cedric Haynes in Studio B for a check of our forecast today as things start to warm up, Cedric.
Yes, they are, Latrice, and you can see the cobalt blue skies kind of getting filtered out by a few high clouds, and that's the beginning of a sign of change that's heading our way here. So we're starting to see the humidity levels increasing just a bit, but overall still not too bad today. Let me show you the temperatures out there. 79 degrees in Cleveland and Dalton. We've got 80 in Calhoun, 77 degrees in Blue Ridge, 77 again here in Chattanooga, 77 in Dayton. We've got 78 in Athens. Good afternoon in Fort Payne. We're sitting at 80 degrees. Now let's talk about that muggy meter because, of course, last night, yesterday, we had dew points down into the 40s and 50s. There is a little bit of a change. We've already started to see our dew points rising from the 50s into the low 60s in parts of the area, which means we're going from the comfortable range to the slightly more humid range. And that's going to be the trend as we go throughout the rest of this afternoon and definitely as we go throughout the rest of this week. High pressure, the big blue H, that's been our weather friend the past couple of days, now beginning to slide off the East Coast. So we're getting that return flow out of the south, and you see the juicy air starting to kind of build off to the south and west of us, and that's what's going to be streaming our way in the days to come. So outside right now, a mixture of sun and clouds, but overall not bad here in the Tennessee Valley. Again, high pressure still holding on strong enough to give us some decent weather. You can see a couple of scattered clouds. We'll see more of that building in from time to time today, but I don't think we go any worse than partly sunny out there for us today. The inclement weather, we've been tracking across Florida here throughout most of this week. That's where it's going to stay and pretty much staying well to our south. So it's all about the temperatures here in the Tennessee Valley. So we're looking at, I think, mid to upper 80s this afternoon, even with a mixture of sun and clouds. It will be a little warmer today with that wind switching up out of the south later on this afternoon. We'll go with about 87 in Cleveland, 88 in Dalton, 84 in Blue Ridge, about 80 degrees in Altamont, and 86 degrees for our friends in Athens. But the next big thing, of course, we've been telling you this for really since last week. We're talking about our first heat wave moving our way, and that means temperatures are going to be going from the below average numbers we've experienced to this high pressure, this heat dome that's going to build overhead, and with that southerly flow pumping in, that's going to pump in the heat and even the potential of some humidity as well. So as we look at your temperatures here for record highs, we're going to be on record watch, not so much for Thursday when we finally bump into the 90s. I think that record is safe, but Friday, Saturday, we could be within a degree or two of record high temperatures. Are you ready? And not only that, the pleasant air, as I mentioned, with that southerly flow is going to go away. And here comes that humidity, that green filtering in over the next 24 to 48 hours. So the humidity will be on the increase along with the temperatures, and you can see that here on our muggy meter. Humidity staying pretty strong as we go into the rest of the end of the week, and especially this weekend when it even nudges up to close to the very muggy range. That's not good when you're talking about temperatures being as warm as they are. So what does that mean when you combine the temperatures and the humidity? Yeah, we've got to talk about the heat index, folks. And when you get heat indices in the triple digits, it becomes a little dangerous, especially once you get towards that 104, 105 range. Usually about 105, you get that heat advisory. Anything about 110 or higher, you get that excessive heat warning. So we're going to be watching out for that, especially for your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I know it's not great news, especially considering it's the weekend, but it's something we've got to watch. Over the next 5 days, forget about any rainfall chances, folks. It's just not going to be in the cards for us, but that heavy rain, a half a foot to over a foot, is still possible from Tampa down to Miami there across southern portions of Florida. Of course, at least for us, we're not dealing with a drought. They are dealing with a severe to even extreme drought, so this rain will be good for them. Let's look at your Storm Alert 7-day forecast. Hotter weather on the way after today, 88, but then here come the 90s. Look at that, Latrice. By Father's Day, 96 degrees, but before that, 97 on Saturday. Heat indices in the triple digits.